What's the correct pronunciation of your name?
Nnanna Anyanwu.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. What's the vibe like around the facility this week?
The vibes is good. You know, we won. Everybody's happy. You know, it's good vibes all around the facility. Already attacked today.
How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Yeah. What's it like to get on the field and contribute to this?
Well, it's something that I've definitely been looking forward to for almost 2 years now. So I'm just grateful for the experience, and I'm glad I get to share this moment with my teammates. You know.
How did it feel to get to have that kind of a performance coming away with 3 sacks? Hasn't even done a ton in school history.
Say again?
It just hasn't been a ton of games in school history where a guy had 3 sacks individually. What did it mean to you to be able to contribute to that level?
I mean, well, personally, it was like I've been looking forward towards the moment to getting on the field. Now, I didn't know I was gonna go out there and get 3 sacks, but you know, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, you know, to go out there and do that.
Is there anything you can point to that allowed you to have that level of success? Like what was going right for you in the game?
It's basically coaching and how we prepare for the game. You know, like the week prior, you know, we're at practice and coach is harping on getting to the quarterback and to the back end on having correct calls. So things like that is what we practice on all week.
It's now been 2 games that you've been able to get out there. How has your performance and how you felt compared to your expectations?
I feel like I did well, but I'm not really satisfied with my performance. You know, like I said, I sat out for 2 years, so I got a lot more that I want to do.
Yeah, Coach Taylor said he thought you might be maybe like hesitant or even a little fearful to get back on the knee after everything you've gone through. Did you feel any kind of nerves or hesitation stepping into play again?
No, the only nerves I felt was the normal game day jitters. You know, nothing about my knee really made me feel like I wasn't ready because, like I said, it's something I've been preparing for a long time.
What was the process like this fall of just kind of going through the ramp up and getting ready to play? How did you know when you were ready?
Honestly, it's just a gut feeling, you know, like you said, this past fall, like we worked on a lot of lateral movement, change of direction, plyo work to get me ready, you know, because that's something that's real important, you know, cutting laterally and all that stuff to build the strength in my knee, you know. So we just made sure that that this fall that we put in as much work as possible, you know what I'm saying? So it's no doubt that I'm ready when the time comes.
What happened with the injuries? Were they during practice or during camp? What?
Okay, well, the first one was against Texas State in 23, if I'm correct. I tore my ACL against them, and then the second one was summer OTAs. It was going about, maybe 60-70%. It was non-contact, so very unlucky.
What's the mental challenge with having to deal with that?
Oh, it's a challenge. Yeah. You know, it's just something that you just have to, like, you just got to win the day every day, and it's gonna be hard, you know. So it's either you're gonna keep trying and keep working, or you're gonna give up, you know. So we're not into giving up over here. So
obviously, it's a grueling recovery process. What goes through your head when the second injury happens, and you know you kind of have to start from scratch again?
Honestly, when I tore it the second time, I had a lot of bad things going through my head. I was very frustrated. You know, I wanted to point the finger at somebody, but at the end of the day, that's not going to get me better. Pointing the finger and being mad about what has already happened is not going to solve anything. You know, I can't do anything but put my best foot forward, you know, and attack the day every day like I should.
Was there ever a point where you didn't think you'd play football again?
Maybe, but that don't matter.
Was it harder the first time or the second time to go through the recovery process?
I want to say the second one was harder mentally, you know, because it just, like I was almost completely ready to go, and then I just hit a complete U-turn. So I feel like the second one was harder mentally. I think the first ACL I tore was actually pretty okay because I have tore it prior in my junior college, so like I was ready for it. You know, it was something I've been through, but that third time, man, yeah, I was hurt.
I didn't realize you went through this in junior college as well. What's the story there? When did that happen?
Yeah, I tore my, 2020 season of junior college, I tore my ACL.
So you basically didn't play that whole year?
Yeah, it was one of those COVID seasons. So
Right.
I think it was an 8-game season, and I tore it maybe game 3 or 4.
And then you played 2 more years of JUCO after that, right? In 21 and 22?
I played one more.
Okay, gotcha.
During that recovery process, Nnanna, what sort of perspective or appreciation did you discover about football during that recovery process?
Well, I had I had to learn how to love the game without being a part of the game. You know, like I had to learn that there are things that can contribute to a win outside of playing. So for me, like I had to, not like it's something that's hard for me, but I just had to pour into my teammates more, you know, like if that's all I can do right now, then I'm gonna do that to the best of my ability, because at the end of the day, I want them to win. And you know, and when my time comes, I want to come win with you guys, you know. So that's pretty much it. Just pouring into my teammates, trying my best to keep their head on, you know what I'm saying, when things ain't going right, you know, just helping out any way I can for them, because it's bigger than just me. You know, we're part of a team, so we got to work as a team, you know.
You mentioned how difficult that second recovery process was mentally. Were there certain outlets or things you turned to try to get you through low moments?
My teammates, because naturally, when I'm going through something like that, I just want to distance myself, but thank God I got teammates who could make me laugh when I'm upset, you know what I'm saying, and put a smile on my face when I'm clearly not happy. And just being here in this building, you know, like my teammates, my coaches, the people across the building, like without them, I could imagine this process or that process being terrible, you know, because like I said, I'm the type of person, like when things go bad, like sometimes I get in my own head, but thank God for the people around me.
I think of JT Clark first, but you've had other guys on this team who have gone through this kind of an injury. You know, is there anybody in particular who sort of like had been through it before and could help you with it?
Yeah, I talked to JT about it while he was here. Who else? Frank Harris. He talked me a lot through this situation. He also, you know what I'm saying, told me about keeping my head up and keeping my spirit right. Even who did I? Makai. What's his name?
Makai Hart, right?
Makai Hart, yes, Makai Hart. He was a big one too. Like, cause we was also in the training room together. So, just speaking life into me and keeping my head on right. That's what they did.
When you go through all of this, how did it change what the emotions were like of being able to play again?
Say that one more time.
Just having gone through all of these challenges, how did that change just what the emotional experience was like getting back on the field?
Well, what do I say? It made that moment a lot more special. It was almost like a cup overflowing, you know. So last weekend when I got the chance to play, man, it was just like every time I did something, I just explode with happiness, you know, and just excitement. Y'all know what that looked like. So.
Coach Traylor said there was another kind of emotional moment when Owen McCown highlighted you as a guy who stood out for mental toughness. Can you talk about just that experience and what that meant to you?
Yeah, so when Owen did that, man, I really appreciated it, because like you know, sometimes you just need that word, you know what I'm saying, to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? And when Owen was doing his 4 H's, man, and he decided to say, man, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to mental toughness, I choose Nnanna, because it you know what I'm saying, it lifted me up a little bit, you know, because sometimes you don't understand how what you go through can affect other people, you know, and I'm just glad that what I've been going through has affected people in a positive way.
So now that you're back, how do you sort of set your goals for the rest of the season? What's next for you?
What's next for me is Temple. You know, it's next man up, and we're just gonna attack the week and prepare for Temple.
I think you have a lot of eligibility left. Have you kind of thought about the future and what you'd like to accomplish?
Man, right now I'm where my feet are. You know, I'm thinking about Thursday and then Friday, and then once the weekend's over, it's Temple. You know, so that's where my head's been.
Thanks,
Thank you, Nnanna.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.